There we go. Good evening, I'll start again. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the Museum Quiz. Hope you're all well. As you can see, you could just see my lips moving before, but that's because I hadn't turned the mic on. It's still off from last week. My fault. Sorry. I've been rushing at the end. I couldn't get the PowerPoint to work. There we go. Good evening, I'll start again. And I have got my volume on. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the Museum. There we go. Knock that off. But as I was saying, we've got Mark on from Worst Link. We've got the Guinea Pigs. We've got All Stars. We've got Half a Table 6. And we've got Carney here. So, but cheers, Carney here. It's a good job someone's looking after this. That's probably someone messaging us to say that there's no volume. And we've got the Vincents playing as well. Hi, Vincent. Yeah, all good. But it's not every time, Becky. Not every time. Just a couple of times. As I say, I was rushing at the end. My PowerPoint wouldn't come on the screen. I didn't think I was going to have a PowerPoint at all at one point in the last couple of minutes. But that's my fault. Oh, hi, Becky, by the way. From Let's Get Quizzical. We've got Mam on as well. Mam's not here this week, so it'll be a bit quieter than last week. And the girls have gone to bed. Marie, that's what Marie's doing now. She's putting them up to bed. And I'm having a well-deserved drink. So, other than the last couple of weeks. But this is my first one. That's not the reason that we didn't have sound. So, but anywho, time's clocking on. It is 2 minutes to 8. We'll be starting just after 8 o'clock. Usual format. Music round's back. Can you all saying yay? We love the music round. For those that weren't here last week, we had named the last week? Named the game show, and it was like clips of game shows and stuff. We've got Peter and Shelley here from Westlink as well. That's all good. I'm getting messages through, so I need to put this on silent. But yeah, Jenny, if you want to do play your cards right, get your pound paid. It's all good. Nobody's paid the pound yet, so we've got no one for play your cards right tonight. It'll just be me and Marie playing for nothing. But even have to have a big long message on Facebook as well. Anywho, you've got 20 pictures, 40 questions, and 10 on your music. And we'll just wait a couple of minutes for everyone to get logged on. And hopefully by then Marie will be down so she can partake. But she'll catch up anyways. She's good that way. But other than that, not much has been happening. I've been at work. At work tomorrow, so it will only be one glass of wine this evening because I've got work early in the morning. I've got Amanda by my back. Hi, Amanda. What else we've been doing? Been setting Dad's new phone up. That's fun. Especially when he went to get back onto Facebook and he can't remember his password. And you think, yeah, not a problem. We'll just go in and we'll go through your recovery sort of things. And it goes to his email address. And it's like, you need to open your emails up, Dad. I don't know nothing about emails. He might even be watching tonight because I've set his telly up so that he can watch. But I'll be getting bollocked. But yeah, so then he's like, well, I go to look at his emails and it's like, right, I need your password for your emails. Well, I don't know what password for emails, so we can't get nothing. So at the minute he's without Facebook and he's without emails. I was without one of his emails anyways. But he lets folks set stuff up for him. He can't get into it. We've got Steve Langstaff. Hi, Steve. Right, it's 8 o'clock. We're going to get started. We're still missing a couple. Kerry's not on, she's normally here. Oh, she is here because she's just paid her money for playing your cards right, so she must be here. But yeah. So we are all good. Right, we're going to get started. Yeah, numbers are racking up. We're into the 20s, so we're happy. Your phone's here, hon. Marie's here. Woo, I'm not alone. Oh, well reminded, my mum has paid weeks ahead. She gave us loads of cash last week so that she's got money to play your cards right. So we've got 4 in, possibly 5 if Jenny gets her pound in as well. But if you want to do play cards right, you need to send his pound. It's all on Facebook if you've not looked. And I need to be able to contact you as well. Well done, Mum. I've got your money, don't worry.
You still need some.
Okay. I knew you'd Kez. I seen your message. Right. Without further ado, we're going to get started. Number 1 on your pictures. Surprise, surprise. He's died this week. What's that noise? It's a kettle. Mm-hmm. There's wine there if you want a glass of wine. Just me drinking. Team Amanda Bampot team. Okay. That's supposed to be Bampot. Or is Bampot the name? Moving on. Number 2. You should all get this one. Or is Bampot that so I don't know about? Know what a Bampot is? A Bampot. I know what Bampot is, but that's not how they spell it. Sorry. Shouldn't take the mic. I'm gonna, but it shouldn't. Number 3 is name the show. This one's not that easy unless you've watched it. I think I watched the first season, possibly the second, and then didn't watch it after that. But it is a very popular show, so you should be alright. That's on silent. So it is Bampot. Don't start picking on the Scottish, Amanda. We'll get loads of them on the case. John Maguire will be on to us in a minute. Don't pick on the Scottish. Number 5 is name the face. I think when we have cricket people, this is about one of the only people we put in because it's the only one I think people know. It's the only one that I know. Jenny Vincent's in for play your cards right. Well done, Jenny. So at the minute with last week's, what were we on? Can't remember what we said we were on last week. It's like 46 quid, 47 quid. Plus 5 from this week. Takes us up to 53. No, it doesn't. Takes us up to 52. My maths is awful. Number 5 is name the famous face. You should get this one as well. Number 3 is name the show. Marie's got a volume on so you can hear it all again. Shows you how far behind she is. We did used to watch it. I've just said that. Marie's on number 3. Number 6 is Solve the Dingbat. This is probably the hardest out of the Dingbats that we've got tonight. Give you a little bit more time on this one because this one is quite hard. Got Sarah in here. You're allowed to be late because you can just catch up. It's great. Fast forward and rewind. You're fine. Good to see you. Good to see you. Oh, look at that. I'm clicking just as it clicked over by itself. You better sneak preview the next one. Number 7's name the famous face. Again, I think these are easy this week. I've probably had one hard one so far. Although Marie's got a lot of blanks. You know that one? Yeah, you do. This one's harder. Moving on, number 8 is whose and which album is it? So that's whose album is this and which album is it? I did nearly not put one album in this week because I thought, well, I've got a music round again. Be too much music, but there's loads of albums to go at, so we can do it every week. You beeping. You do. See, I told you, Amanda. We get the Scottish lot texting us. Hi, John. It's good to see you. Not that I can see you, but it's good to see you on. Number 9 is Name the Face. It's a more recent face. It's a bit of a harder one. If it helps you, she just had a baby. So she's in the news this week because of that. Are you behind or is that really behind?
It's stuck in the kitchen.
Ah, right. Number 10, Solve the Dingbat. This is easier than the last one. Should all get this one. Might as well do my bits of paper while we're here. Number 11, Name the Famous Face. Funny enough, he's been in the news a lot this week. Or the last couple of days at least anyways. Don't know why. Should all get in. Number 12 is Name the Application. This one's a little bit harder. Those of you that cheat at the quiz and you're only cheating yourself, you'll get this one. I'm not even sure if Maria will get this in. It's a lot quieter than last week. It seems spookily quiet. No, I didn't think you'd know what that one is. You'll have it on your phone as well. No, you might not. I've got it on my phone. It's because I'm a cheat. Moving on, number 13. It's Name the Famous Face. It's not too bad. I expect you to get this one. Why have you done that?
Shadow.
That's Marie going back to number 3. That's why she's quiet. She's obviously busy thinking this week. Number 14, Solve the Dingbat.
And the footballer's wife's the one show presenter.
Shh, they don't know he's a footballer.
He is.
No, they don't know that.
Yeah, they do.
Kerry, you should get this one, no problem. Mum's kept us in a steady supply over the years. I'll get battered. Don't mean, Mum. Love you, really. Oh, we've got Sarah and Ian in for Play Your Cards Right as well. Well done, Sarah and Ian. Be a phone call, that one, yeah? Not like last week. to go back through my phone. I don't even know if I saved your number last week. It'll be there. It'll all be good. Oh look, it's moved on when I've not been looking. This one's named the food item. Again, this shouldn't be too hard. Well, I take it you got that last one, Kez. I will get a slap. Do you know when you want to say something and you know you shouldn't? Because you will get a slap. I'm not doing it because my more phone is. They're not being big brother.
I think you already are.
No, I'm not.
Yeah, yeah.
Number 16, solve the dingbat. Again, this one's not too bad. Yeah, Serenine, I've got your number from last week. It's all good. That's as long as you want us to contact you on the same number as last week. Got that. Number 17 is name of the film. This one got chucked in because it was on the TV the other day. Maybe not this one, but one of them was on the other day.
It's the second one now, isn't it?
I couldn't possibly confirm or deny that. It's one of them. Number 18 is name the type of dog. We're starting to exhaust the types of dogs that I know. So if we're getting more dogs, they're going to be more obscure. Don't know if you want more dogs. Whether we keep going with obscure ones or I pick a different topic. We've had dogs for a few weeks now. There's plenty more out there. Come across a question the other day and it was like, name 3 dogs starting with the letter A. I think I got 2 and there's about 20. So that's how obscure you can get.
Alsatian, Afghan.
They're the 2 I got.
Alaskan.
There's like an Austrian Schnauzer or whatever it is, and you get gets really obscure.
Alaskan Husky.
Alaskan Husky, yeah, that was another one that was on the list. There's a game show like that. Name the children's show. Cheers, Sarah. Just get this. If you're around in the 90s, you'll get this. Or if you had kids growing up in the 90s, you should get this. It was everywhere. There you go, no hesitation from Marie. And 20, solve the dingbat. Again, the first dingbat was the hardest one. Oh, maybe this one is that. But he's not got it yet, anyways. There you go. Okay, moving on to questions. That's the end of your pictures. So we've got 40 questions to come. So number 1 is who was the shortest? Was it Clint Eastwood, Charlton Heston, or John Wayne? So out of them 3, who's the shortest? So is it Clint Eastwood, Charlton Heston or John Wayne? I know how tall they are because I've got the answers, but none of them are short men.
John Wayne was tall.
Got a 1 in 3 chance of getting it right.
This one's tall.
I've just said they were all tall men. I'm just going to name them off to say that there. Yeah, he was tall. He was tall. He was tall. Jack Reacher was tall. He's not Tom Cruise.
Exactly.
Sorry, I've been reading Jack Reacher books. Move that out of the way so I can see. Number 2 is what colour is the Lorax in the Dr. Seuss books? That's what colour is the Lorax in the Dr. Seuss books? If you've not read the books, you might have seen the film. If you've not read the books or seen the film, you'll have to guess. Number 3. Which forest was home to Robin Hood? So which forest was home to Robin Hood?
Redknapp's Jamie. Terence. Not the right one. What's his first name too? Ferdinand was the one that lost his wife.
You're asking about football stuff, honey. I do not know.
It's a funny name.
Marie's trying to get number 11 in the picture around. It's bugging her. Number 4. According to the proverb, how do still waters run? I promise you that is my only glass of wine I've had. That's according to the proverb, how do still waters run? I don't look like that. These are the easy ones.
I know. Can't think. Brain's gone dead.
Oh dear. Number 5. What is the highest title for a professional chess player? Again, we've had chess questions for the last few weeks. This is all because Andy got a chessboard for Christmas. We've still not had a game, Andy.
Not allowed.
We are allowed.
No, you're not.
As long as we social distance over the telly.
You're not allowed in people's houses.
You can do it over a live chat. Says you. Don't you get at me the rules with your £6,400 is the highest thing and it's 10,000 and I proved you wrong.
Oh, shit.
I wasn't going to bring that up this week. I was.
Both paid around 6,000 each.
Whatever. It was in the new rules.
Somebody had to pay a £10,000 fine in the news.
Number 6. What farmyard animal is used to search for truffles? It's for organising a party that can be charged up to £10,000, actually.
Split between 2 parents.
No, it's for people who've organised a professional event.
That was a house party, it wasn't a professional event.
I don't know what your class is a professional event. If you're having a party under a railway arch, or you're having a party in your house, is classed as like.
No, that's a rave if it's outside.
Is it not a rave if it's inside?
No,
How do you know?
raves are outside.
Not all raves are outside. They haven't been warehouses and stuff.
Yeah, derelict buildings.
I'm sure that someone's had a rave in the house at some point.
Now you're talking nonsense.
I'm not talking nonsense. Number 7. Which board game is described as a strategy board game of diplomacy, conflict and conquest for 2 to 6 players? The standard version is played on a board depicting a political map of the world divided into 42 territories which are grouped into 6 continents. See that?
Is this your stupid game?
Again, if you've been watching for the last few weeks, you should know this.
Nobody cares.
I don't care whether nobody cares, I like it. I'd say it again, but it's really, really long. Which board game is described as a strategy board game of diplomacy, conflict and conquest for 2 to 6 players? The standard version is played on a board depicting a political map of the world divided into 42 territories and are grouped into 6 continents. What's it called? I'm
You said it every week.
I'm getting the glare of death.
Every week you've said it
I
as
have
well.
said it as well, yeah. The last 2 weeks at least, maybe
In
3.
blah blah blah, what colour is the continent blah blah blah?
Yes. So you should know what it is. should have had a Tupperware party. Amanda, they are far more respectable and far more sociable.
No, they're not when the wine comes out.
I think it's an in-joke, that one.
Okay.
See, Dave loves it. Are we talking about the same thing, Becky?
Parties.
Tupperware parties or the game or something completely different. Number 8. From which part of the ginger plant is the spice obtained? So that's from which part of the ginger plant is the spice obtained?
This number 8.
Yes, number 8. It is one of them games that you either love it or you hate it. It's like Marmite.
Never seen it. Never played it. Never seen you playing it.
You can play it online.
Never seen you playing it. Command and Conquer, I've seen you play it.
Command and Conquer is awesome. Dave likes that too.
Yeah, but that's
Yeah.
totally different to what you're talking about. What you're talking about sounds boring.
It's a similar sort of concept.
It's boring.
Whatever. Listen, you're not getting us to give the answer away like I did last week.
Yeah, that was even funnier.
It wasn't.
Yeah, it was.
Number 9. Dreamcast was a games console released by which company? I can see a few more of these coming as well. We've had 2 of the last. What did we have last week? Was it the Master System? The Mega Drive the week before that? So the Dreamcast was a games console released by which company? Didn't have a Dreamcast.
Yeah, me neither.
No.
Couldn't afford anything.
Bet you Dave did. Dave will have had a Dreamcast.
Oh, God,
I don't even know if Dave was old enough to... Let's say how old do you need to be have a Dreamcast? You can get from like 4 or 5 now. Dave, did you have a Dreamcast?
Sounds posh.
Sounds posh, so you put that down.
Yeah.
Okay. Number 10. Phil Neville is stepping down as manager of what to go to Inter Miami? You said Inter Milan there. He's not going there. He's going to Inter Miami. So that's Phil Neville is stepping down as manager of what to go to Inter Miami? Oh, you do know what he manages. You do.
Phil Neville.
Yep.
It sounds like.
Yeah, you need to be a bit more specific than that.
What? The leagues?
No.
I'm just leaving my answer like that.
Okay.
I'll get half a point.
You can't get half a point for that answer.
Right.
No.
Other people do.
No, but again, there was controversy after we come off the air last week. It's like, how did people get half a point last week when there was no half a point questions? And there was at least 1 or 2 teams, maybe 3, who had half a point.
No.
Now, I don't remember giving half a point away for anything. There was no music round. No music round. So what you give yourself half a point wrong? It's either wrong or it's right. It's not halfway wrong. It's not halfway right.
Sometimes you let me have half scores. I don't do very well.
Number 11. The coccyx bone is better known as what? So that's the coccyx bone is better known as what? Yeah. You're allowed half a point if I tell you you're allowed half a point.
Yeah.
But not if I don't say you can't have half a point. It's my game. It's my ball. We'll go home.
Cox's born is yeah.
I don't think it is either.
No.
No. It's in the right area. No, no, you've just been silly.
Oh, I know. It's not that.
No, you
it's
don't.
under here. That's all of you. Right,
Where's your
it's wrong.
coccyx?
The back there. That bit there.
Right, which is? Nearly. Number 11. If the US dollar is the most traded currency in the world, as we found out last week, what's second? So that's if the US dollar is the most traded currency in the world, what is the second most traded currency in the world? It's a good job Marie doesn't cheat. It's a good job I don't help her.
You're pulling.
It's a good job I don't help her at all.
It's not that then, is it?
I can't tell you, that's cheating.
I'm by myself this week. I haven't got Mam and Andy. We had a good team last week.
There's no reason why you couldn't FaceTime each other to do the
No,
quiz.
too much.
Just when Mum was showing him the TV, that was funny. Number 13. What does GPS stand for? This is GPS that you put in your car. What does it stand for? Or you have on your phone. Or that Mark took apart to get it to work. And then got it to work and lost on it. I still don't know whether you're serious about that, Mark, or whether it was a joke. While we were on about that last week it was funny because we had Mum here and she was FaceTiming Andy to do the quiz, but then Andy didn't have YouTube at his end, so Mum's showing him our telly with her phone as she's talking to him. So then I thought, there must be an app out there that will do that for you, that you can share what is on your phone. So we downloaded a couple. One of them didn't work. I think one was, what was it? House Party. House Party wasn't very good. It doesn't say what it said on the tin, but we got Airtime. Now, Airtime, if you're doing this type of thing, is brilliant because if you're doing FaceTime with people, the YouTube will stagger it, so you'll all be out of sync. Whereas you can share one person's YouTube and all watch the same video and speak to each other and see each other and everything. It's brilliant. Check it out if that's what you're doing with your teams and stuff like that. Airtime, it's free, and I got Mum and Marie to work it last week, so it can't be that hard. But it's definitely something to watch. Definitely something to look at if you're doing FaceTiming and things like that. So Airtime on your mobile phone or on a computer, and it just helps you speak to each other and watch videos. So any kind of videos as well, or share what's on your device.
You even get nice little sound effect emojis.
You do get sound effect emojis and stuff like that. So, right, moving on. Hope you all know what GPS stands for. 14. What spirit is the base ingredient of the coffee liqueur Kahlua? So what spirit is the base ingredient of the coffee liqueur Kahlua? We do need to play chess, Dave. I like a good game. I haven't played chess for years. Well, I have played with the kids, but then about 5 minutes in.
No, you don't. You always end up by the thrashing.
Yeah, 5 minutes in, they sit and cry because they don't know how things move. And when you try to tell them, I've beat them by that point, and it's over.
Not competitive at all.
What do you mean my phone's not getting your text? My phone's working, Dave. Everyone else is texting us. Send us a text, Marie, see if my phone's working. Don't know, Dave. Maybe it's your phone not sending my phone text. Number 15. Which company has launched a record 143 satellites in one rocket? So that's which company has launched 143 satellites in one rocket? See, Dave Marie's texters, and I'm getting their text messages. It's you, it's not me. Yeah, I don't know why. Other than that, Dave, I've blocked you. I'm just sick of getting text messages off you. When you get to 10, 15 a day, Dave, I think it's getting a bit much. It's not, Dave. Mine's working. I'll send you one, Dave, see if it works. Anyways, 16. What name is given to the process of plunging vegetables into boiling water for a few seconds and then plunging them into cold water? I did this the other day with spinach. And I nearly said what I did. So what name is given to the process of plunging vegetables into boiling water for a few seconds, then plunging them into cold water? It wasn't the other day, it was over a week ago. And I was making lasagna. But it was a posh lasagna with spinach.
It wasn't a posh one, it was an American pack.
It was an American lasagna. Yeah, it had spinach and liver and pepperoni in it.
Pepperoni.
I really liked it. The kids and the wife weren't overly.
Nice apart from the liver.
Everybody likes liver.
Not in my family.
I don't know until I send Dave a text message to prove him that my messages are working. Oh, hang on, we'll move on to the next question, Dave. I will send you one. It's hard to text and concentrate at the same time. Number 17. The City of London is sometimes known as the square mile. Is it actually larger or smaller than a square mile? 50-50. Marie's just wrote as a message. I can't see what it says. The City of London is sometimes known as the square mile. Is it actually larger or smaller than a square mile? Here you go, Dave. I've sent you a message. See if it comes through. That's the City of London is sometimes known as a square mile. Is it actually larger or smaller than a square mile? Sounds vile. Livery's not nice. Whatever. Number 18. What are the famous jewelled eggs called that were made between 1885 and 1917? Get extra points if you spell it right.
Swiss off. You just miffed because I knew the answer straight away.
I haven't said whether it's right or not.
Well, I know it's right.
Yeah, whatever. I've probably not spelled it right myself when it comes to the answers. See, Dave, I don't understand what the problem is. That message came through, no problem. I think it's Becky, Dave, blocking my texts. You texting me. And because she knows we're talking about it, she's unblocked it for a couple of minutes. It won't work again tomorrow. I got that, no problem. I don't know what you're talking about. Either that or I've blocked you and I've unblocked it so I can send you a message and I'm going to block you again tomorrow. One of the two. Number 19. Which company has bought Debenhams' name and online business but not its stores? That's which company has bought Debenhams' name and online business but not its stores?
Everyone knows this.
Everybody knows this. It's been massive in the news. Every woman knows it. What? Men might know it. How very sexist of you. Wasn't bad mouthing you, Becky. I'd block me.
When was that time you bought from Offer?
I go to Debenhams all the time. Not anymore, obviously.
No. And what about the company?
Whatever.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, looks like that's the end of Debenhams, people, unless someone steps up and buys his shops, but it's not looking likely, is it? Because they rent them all. It's a shame. I like Debenhams.
That's a good question for next week. When did Debenhams come to Carlisle?
I'd have to do research for that, man.
Yeah.
Number 20. What travels by conduction, convection and radiation? So that's what travels by conduction, convection and radiation. I'm getting the glare again. Technically, it will be right. But that's not the answer I've got.
Okay.
But technically, you're right. Okay.
That'll do. Make it half a point.
You're not getting half a point for that.
Yeah, yeah. On the right lines.
21. When related to TV, what does ITN stand for? You knew it stood for anything. So when related to TV, what does ITN stand for? Impossibly tight necklace. No. Nothing.
It's not that.
No. I know that I was making my own stuff up. I'll give you a point for each letter on that one because that'll be nice. Remind us later because I'll forget. Number 22. The famous Donald Trump blimp has found a new home in which British museum? So it came out for the final time last week, I think it was. It's now been put into which British museum? You know which blimp we're talking about, eh? That's the famous Donald Trump blimp has found a new home in which British museum? It's one where he's got the diaper on. I think they first brought it out when he was visiting Britain, didn't they? For his first visit to Britain as Prime Minister. It's now going into the museum. If you don't know, you'll have to have a guess.
The only one I can think of.
There's lots of museums.
Yeah, no, there's only one in London I can think of.
There's lots in London. We've been to a few of them.
Yeah.
Number 23. What is the largest country in the world beginning with the letter G? That's what is the largest country in the world beginning with the letter G. It's France last week for the letter F. It's a good chance it'll be the letter H next week if you want to do your homework. I was just going to say, Kenny, you got pictures of what? Are you in the right messaging group here? Were you in London at the same time, or have you just took pictures off the internet and claimed that they're yours? It's technically not yours then, though. Number 24. Who wrote the long-running play The Mousetrap? Don't look at it like that. We've been to see it.
No, I didn't.
That's the one we went to see at the Sands, was it not?
Is that the Mousetrap?
I think so.
No, go with Dad.
Yeah. And Mum and Diane. Weren't we on the front row and I was falling asleep?
I do believe you were.
I do believe it was. It was good. Don't get us wrong. One of the guys acting it was a bit over the top, but
Oh, yes, I remember. He was very gay, wasn't he?
I don't think you're allowed to say that.
I don't care.
I don't think that's politically correct. But, it's the one that you're not to.
Enthusiastic is the word.
It was enthusiastic, yes. It's one of them plays where if you've seen it, you're not supposed to tell anybody the end, aren't you? Do you want us to tell you? It was all right. It dragged on a little bit. Either that or I was tired.
Yeah, you were always tight then. You were van driving.
I was van driving then I was always tired. Number 25. In 1974, Steve McQueen was named as an honorary Los Angeles firefighter following his appearance in which film? Oh, you've all seen it. It's a great film. So that's in 1974, Steve McQueen, that should be a capital M there, there isn't, I think it should be a capital Q as well, was named as an honorary Los Angeles firefighter following his appearance in which film? You've got us thinking now whether it was The Mousetrap or not we went to see. I'm pretty certain it was.
I think we did. It wasn't brilliant.
It's supposed to be like a classic.
Yeah, no. Blood Brothers were better.
Blood Brothers was better.
Made me cry.
I was better. The Smelly Sammy in the Rebels of Grass Street when I was like 15. It was a Mousetrap. It was. Number 26. Penalty corner, pushing and striking circle are terms from what sport? That's penalty corner, pushing and striking circle are terms from what sport?
Sounded a bit like that. Just clear that bit. Yeah. But yeah, I understand that as well. That's fine. I thought it was the
The
usual.
wine's gone to my head. My cheeks have gone really flushed.
No, you just have a look at that.
Thanks. You always look like a little gnome.
Yeah.
Number 27. Launcher 1 was released from what type of aircraft when Virgin put its first satellite into space? That's just this week. That's Launcher 1 was released from what type of aircraft when Virgin put its first satellite into space?
No idea.
The first satellite to be launched into orbit by this means.
By aircraft.
Huh?
By aircraft.
I can't possibly confirm or deny.
Well, you just said that.
I have said aircraft. What type of aircraft though?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, okay.
But it was an aircraft.
I didn't realise I put that in the question.
Yeah, idea.
No idea.
Tell you what I know. That would be big enough.
Needs to be more specific on. Number 28. In the 2000 movie Kevin and Perry Go Large, who played Kevin and Perry? So that's in the 2000 movie
It was on the other night.
Kevin and Perry Go Large. Who played Kevin and Perry? You don't just think I randomly think of these stuff, you know. It's only when I see stuff that I think to put questions in.
What was he called?
I'm not that clever just to make random questions up. Good.
No, nothing.
29. Which moor is the setting of the Sherlock Holmes novel The Hound of the Baskervilles? That's which moor is the setting of the Sherlock Holmes novel The Hound of the Baskervilles?
What's the... All I can see here is in that Channel 4 BBC 2 programme, The Ginger Ale.
Who?
Absolute. No,
Or
not
28?
Yeah. Miss Sue. That's all I can think of it. Gimme, gimme.
Yeah. You're helping people out there, mind. Number 30. Who beat Conor McGregor in his recent UFC fight? That's who beat Conor McGregor in his recent UFC fight.
Kerry and Andy, I'll get that.
Kerry and Andy should get that. They like all that stuff.
No idea.
Number 31. What were the names of Hyacinth's two sisters in Keeping Up Appearances? There's a lot of TV ones, isn't there? That's what were the names of Hyacinth's two sisters in Keeping Up Appearances?
It's hard.
It's not if you've seen it.
We used to watch it all the time.
Then you should know it.
I only knew one sister that she got into bother with.
No. You had the one who was a bit tarty, and then you had the one who...
Oh, of course, that used to always go after the vicar.
Yeah, and then you had the other one who was married to Onslow.
Yeah.
See, should have them by now. Moving on. Number 32. Borrow and beg is a Cockney rhyming slang for what food item? So it's borrow and beg is a Cockney rhyming slang for what term? Cockney rhyming slang term for what food item? This is in the song on the new Mary Poppins. Yeah. Saying new Mary Poppins has been out a couple of years now, isn't it? But the second Mary Poppins. What was the second Mary Poppins called? Wasn't just Mary Poppins 2, was it? Oh, next week's quiz question. Should Chris Marshall? We meant Conor McGregor. You know what I mean. Who writes this stuff? Keeper's right. I was going to say, wasn't Colin McGregor a racing car driver, but that was Colin McRae. I'm blaming spell check. It's obviously the automatic spell check has changed that for us. Doesn't like Connor. It's changed it to Colin. Just making sure that you're all still awake. You haven't gone into a drunken stupor and you are taking note of what I'm actually saying and putting on the screen. Thanks, Chris. You can have an extra half a point for that. The only one who noticed. Hey ho, moving on. Number 33. Which three crosses make up the Union Jack? You should know this because I told you last week. You were too busy having too much fun with Mum.
We were.
Yeah.
Laughing.
That's which three crosses make up the Union Jack? It's a point for each. You might as well put an answer down. Question 34. What annual sporting event attracts the most live spectators? That's what annual sporting event attracts the most live spectators? It's a good guess.
It's worth a guess.
To think out the box for that one.
He was French.
Hmm?
I'm still thinking of her.
You're still in the picture round.
Yeah. I keep going back to it in my head.
Getting harder. Number 35. Which system is described as a computer-controlled system that prevents brakes from locking up and tyres from skidding during hard braking? That's which system is described as a computer-controlled system that prevents brakes from locking up and tyres from skidding during hard braking? You've probably all used it at some point. Not us though. Our car doesn't have it.
What is it?
Probably does.
Could be. Don't think it is. System is described as a computer controlled system.
I'm I'm not giving you any clues. You should just know this.
Yeah, I don't.
Question 36. In which sport is the Thomas Cup awarded? Not a clue.
Not a clue.
Chris will be telling us it's Tommy Cup and not the Thomas Cup in a minute. I'm joking. It is the Thomas Cup. Which sport is the Thomas Cup awarded? Again, sport's not my forte. I would not have got this. I don't even know anybody who watches it.
No, I think it's totally wrong. It's not what I put.
Moving on. 37. The Gravelly Hill interchange was opened in 1971 and is better known as what? So that's the Gravelly Hill interchange was opened in 1971 and is better known as what?
It's all I can think of around that time.
Not too shabby.
No.
Not too
There
shabby.
is some nonsense in there.
Number 38. Oh, look at the length of that too. Right, sees. A group of friends were deciding how to spend their evening. 3 times as many wanted to go to the quiz, obviously, as wanted to watch TV. 3 more chose to go for a meal than chose to watch TV. And there was 1 less person wanting to play pool than wanting to go for a meal. 4 people wanted to play pool. How many people wanted to go to the quiz? All of them. They just wouldn't admit it. That's a group of friends were deciding how to spend their evening. 3 times as many wanted to go to the quiz as wanted to watch TV. 3 more chose to go for a meal than to choose to watch TV. And there's 1 less person wanting to play pool than wanting to go for a meal. 4 people wanted to play pool. How many people wanted to go to the quiz? I bet you're just thinking, Alan, shut up so you can read the question, because all you do when you read that is annoying us. I'll let you mull over that. I'll have a drink. I'm being quiet. I can hear Marie thinking. Tumbleweed. Move on, but then I'd feel bad.
I don't know. I'm just totally confused. I'm just guessing. Because I don't get it.
You know there's 4 people wanting to play pool. We'll give you that answer.
They wanted to play pool. Did they play pool though?
I don't know, it depends if it's a democracy.
Well, that's what I'm saying. You've said wanted
It's
to
a
play
dictatorship, we're
pool.
going
Just
to the
the
quiz.
same as 3 times as many wanted to go to the quiz as wanted to watch TV.
Yeah.
Did they actually want to go to the quiz, or did one of them stay home and watch TV?
No, we don't have that information, do we? You're thinking too much, thinking into it too much.
That's why I put that.
Number 39. 5 people have presented Desert Island Discs. Who are they? This is a tough one if you've never watched Desert or listened to Desert Island Discs. So that's 5 people have presented Desert Island Discs. Who are they? It's a point for each.
What's it Turn them on now.
Down here. Put my tabs in my box. We've got Marb. I'll give you a minute or so on this one. This one's a hard one. But Jenny's in there. Got another Marb. We've got Gary. Twice. Is that enough time? I think it's one of them. You either know it or you don't. Still going Desert Island Disc though. Moving on. In question 40, Kevin Bacon, Tim Burton, Jamie Lee Curtis, Bruce Dickinson, Sharon Stone and Ice-T were all born in what year? It's Kevin Bacon, Tim Burton, Jamie Lee Curtis, Bruce Dickinson, Sharon Stone and Ice-T were all born in what year?
No.
Final answer.
I think so.
You think so?
You're older than me.
You'd hope so. Have you seen Kevin Bacon? He's shown his age, isn't
He
he?
hasn't aged well. Jamie Lee Curtis has.
He was doing well up until about 10 years ago, wasn't he? Them EE adverts have aged him loads.
Sharon Stone looks quite bad.
She was quite bad.
No, like she's really aged.
I've not seen her for a while. Okay, moving on. We're going to go into your music round now. You're going to hear 10 songs. All you need to do is name the artist and the song. Dead easy. If you're all ready.
Okay.
Here we go.
Number 1.
Thrown down in a spin. I gave you love. I thought that we had made it to the top. I gave you all I had to give. Why did it have to stop?
Number 2.
Do you mean what you say when there's no one around? Watching you, watching me. One lonely star. I've always been in love with you. I guess you've always known it's true.
Number 3.
Well, you need a blue sky holiday. The point is they laugh at what you say, and I don't need no caring home.
Number 4.
My Lord. Why can't you see that nature has its way of wanting me? Eyes open wide, looking at the heavens with a tear in my eye.
Number 5.
Deep sea diving round the clock, bikini bottoms, lager tops. I could get used to this. Time flies by in the yellow and green. Stick around and you'll see what I mean. There's a mountain thought that I'm dreaming of. If you need me, you know where I'll be.
Number 6.
The day our true love waits will bring us joys to share with those who really care. Sometimes we'll sigh, sometimes we'll cry.
Number 7.
You know what I need not today now, baby.
Tell me if you love me or not, love me or not, love me or not. I put the house on you, I'm lucky or not, lucky or not, lucky or not. You gotta tell me if you love me or not, love me or not, love me or not. I'm wishing for you, I'm lucky or not, lucky or not, lucky or not. I'm wishing for you.
Number 8. Number 9.
Well, the undertaker drew a heavy sigh, seeing no one else had come. And a bell was ringing in the village square for the rabbits on the run. Band on the run. Band on the run. And the jailer man and Sailor Sam were searching everyone for the
Number 10.
Okay, that's the end of the music round. That's the end of the quiz for this evening. Marie said that music round wasn't very easy. I'm sorry. Not sorry. But I'll give you about 30 seconds to a minute to fill in any answers that you haven't got. And then we shall get on with giving the answers. This is the point in the pub where I say, if you want any questions repeated, say now. If you want any questions repeated, just rewind it. Catch up. Just remember to turn the volume back on.
It's really bugging us.
I could give you a clue, but I'd get a slap off mum. It's the only way I know how to give you a clue. What was he getting a slap for before? Yeah. Think of them.
What the name of them?
Yeah.
Oh, got it.
And she says I don't help her.
Got it. Oh, and of course, thank me.
You can't say stuff like that on here. Wait till we've gone offline. Right, you've had more than enough time. Marie's filled in the one that she couldn't get with a little bit of help from her friends. I don't know who they are.
No, me neither.
Moving on, picture on first. Number 1, it's Larry King. He's died this week. He gets number 1 slot. Number 2 is Britney Spears. Should have all got that. Number 3 is Spooks. Marie got that eventually. Don't know where she dragged it up from. Number 4 is Joe Root. He's been in the news about something this week. Number 5, Sigourney Weaver. She's done
Get
about...
out, that wasn't it.
It's Sigourney Weaver, that's why I said you know her. She's been roped into doing some show.
Doesn't look like
Number 6 is capital punishment. Sophia is the capital of somewhere, and penalty is punishment. It's capital punishment. I told you that one was hard. It is. I even looked where Sophia was the capital of, and I can't remember. Number 7 is Elijah Wood. Was Wood? You said it wasn't. Number 8 is Madonna. So it's a point for that. And Erotica was the album.
got Madonna.
Huh?
Madonna?
You could put Pink there.
Yeah.
Can't edge your bets and put 2 artists down. I tell you what,
I'm
the
all
cheating
by
that must go
myself.
on when I'm not there.
I'm by
Well,
myself.
I don't. You will be by yourself if you keep this
Did
up.
I or did I not write Madonna?
And Pink.
Did I or did I not? That could have been the name of the album. It was Madonna.
Madonna's
the
album Pink. All right, fair enough. It's Madonna and Erotica, point for each. Number 9 is Danny Dyer. She's just had a little baby. Oh, I want to say girl, I think. Tongue Tied is the Dingbat. Number 11 is Frank Lampard. Marie got there eventually. Number 12 is Shazam. For all you cheating on the music round, you'll know what that's called. Shazam. It's where it'll tell you what the name of the song is if you
Alright,
put it on.
okay.
Yeah. See, Marie doesn't cheat on the music round, mainly because I'm sat here. Number 13 is Whitney Houston. Number 14 is Stepfather. Gonna slap for that one. Number 15 is A Fortune Cookie. Number 16 is The X-Files. 17 is Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade.
It is the Lost Active.
Not Raiders of the Lost Ark 2. No. It was Indiana Jones and the Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Yeah.
Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade. Well done if you got that. Number 18 is a Yorkshire Terrier. Might have more dogs than that next week. We might not. Number 19 is Rugrats. Should have all got that one. And 20 is Hula Hoop. Dead easy. On to your questions. Number 1 is Charlton Heston, who's the shortest, is 1.19 metres. The other two are 1.93 metres. There's not much in it. Not much in it. There's a lot in it if you like that. Number 2, Dr. Seuss. Not Dr. Seuss is orange. The Lorax is orange though, in the Dr. Seuss books. It's Sherwood Forest that is home to Robin Hood. Number 4, Stillwater's run. Slow. Deep.
Okay.
They probably do run slow as well, mind. But the proverb said they run deep. Number 5, the highest title for a professional chess player is Grandmaster. Dave and Andy, by the end of the year, this is what you will be calling me. Yes, get used to it.
No, what is it? What do you like? Quizmaster Al. Now you
Quizmaster Al, can Grandmaster Al. How much better does that sound than Quizmaster Al? Yeah, Grandmaster Al. Yes.
I love me. Who do you love?
Visions of glory. It's pigs that are used to search for truffles. Number 7. If you didn't get this, we have talked about it for the last 2 weeks at least. It's Risk. Is the board game that describes a strategic board game of diplomacy, conflict, and conquest for 2 to 6 players.
Yeah,
Dave, we'll have a game at one point. Risk is the answer you're looking for. Number 8 is the root of the ginger plant that is the spice is obtained from. Number 9, it was Sega. Again, that's 3 weeks in a row we've had Sega. So they did the Master System, and they did the Mega Drive, and they did Dreamcast. It was the last one that they did, the Dreamcast. Apparently it was ahead of its time, but they spent too much on advertising. And they went bust. So it's Sega. Number 10, Phil Neville is stepping down as manager of England's Lionesses. He manages the England's women football team. Football. You can't have a point for just for football.
Half a point. It's technically football.
It's not.
Whether it's women's or men's, it is football.
It's England's Lionesses, or the England women's team
Well,
at the
you're
top.
just being sexist then, because it's still football, whether it's a man's game or a woman's game.
But he's not stepping down from football.
Yeah,
He's
he
going. He's going to Inter Miami, which is a football team in the USA.
Yeah.
So he's not stepping down from football, is he?
Yeah, he is. Women's football.
How do you know it's not a women's team that he's going to manage over there? You
How do
don't.
you know?
Well, I don't.
I'm putting half a point.
You're not getting half a point. If anyone else puts half a point, you're not having it. You're just cheating yourself. Number 11, the coccyx bone is better known as the tailbone. That's where your tailbone is.
Oh, yeah.
Not your hip or your
Spine.
What else did you put? Or your pelvis.
Well, then you always at the bottom of your bum.
It's all around the area.
So if we had a tail, it'd be a tail.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't get it.
Number 12, it's the euro that is the second most
Got
traded
that
currency in the world. You got that one after we told you it wasn't the pound. Number 13, GPS stands for Global Positioning System. Number 14, it's rum. That is the basic ingredient of the coffee liqueur Kahlua. Would you put?
Aniseed.
Because that popular spirit aniseed. Okay. Number 15, it's SpaceX that has launched 143 satellites in one rocket. Number 15, it's blanching, the name given to the process of plunging vegetables into boiling water for a few seconds and plunging them into cold water. Well done, honey. She's also a woman on The Golden Girls. Blanche.
Yes.
Number 17, the City of London is bigger than a square mile. It used to be 650 something acres. It's actually got bigger to 716 acres, whereas a square mile is 640 acres. I'd remember that for next week. I know, it's really spotty. Number 18, it's a Fabergé egg. That was made between 1885 and 1917.
Thank you.
Not spelled like that.
Doesn't matter.
Number
Got
19, the company that has bought Debenhams online business but not its stores is...
it. Boo-hoo.
Don't cry. It's Boohoo. Yeah. Number 20, we practiced that and everything. Number 20, what travels by conduction, convection and radiation?
Nuclear power.
Technically nuclear power does, but it's heat.
Still nuclear power.
No, that you knew you're going to get hard to see about it. Heat's the answer.
But it's nuclear power.
Nuclear power will move along that lines.
Yeah, I got it right then.
No, she never got it right.
I freaking did.
Number 21, when related to TV, what does ITN stand for?
Dunno.
It doesn't stand for international news. It's independent television news. You will get 1 point for your news though. I said I'd give you a point for each letter.
Where have I put that?
Well, you did put it here.
Oh yeah, news.
And then you crossed it out.
So I've got 1 point for that.
Independent television news, yeah, there's 3 points there. Number 22, the Donald Trump blimp is gone to the Museum of London. We even said, museums in London, like you were going down the right line and you're putting out. Just the Museum of London,
The
didn't
only
it?
museum I know is the Natural History Museum, and I knew it wouldn't have gone in there because that's historic, not Trump.
Well, it is. It's in the past. But it's
But
not. It's
even
gone to
still,
Museum of London
you
anyways.
can't imagine
The largest
people
country in the world, beginning with the letter G.
Germany.
Germany. Well done. Number 24 is Agatha Christie, who wrote the long-running play The Mousetrap. Number 25 is Tower Inferno, that Steve McQueen got an honorary Los Angeles firefighter. Number 26, it's hockey, that penalty corner pushing striking terms from. Number 27, I've written this wrong, but Launcher 1 was released from what type of aircraft when Virgin put its first satellite into space? It's Boeing 747, not a 37. Again, I'm blaming the spell check. Obviously doesn't know what a 747 is. But it was a modified 747, not a 737.
The only thing that's big enough that I could think of.
You've never put 747 down
I
there.
did, 'cause
You've
it's-
added that 747 on at the end.
The
I
only
seen
plane I
Boeing.
know is a Boeing 747 that would be big enough.
Oh, you didn't have to tell some lies.
No, I don't.
You're just cheating yourself.
No, I'm not.
Number 28. In the 2000 movie Kevin and Perry Go Large, it was Harry Enfield, played Kevin, and Kathy Burke played Perry. But well done if you got both them. Point for each. No, it's not that, Becky. Number 29. Which movie is the setting of the Sherlock Holmes novel The Hound of the Baskervilles? It's Dartmoor. Number 30. Who beat Conor McGregor? Nobody did because it was Conor McGregor. And that was a trick question. It was Dustin Peoria. Nobody cared. It was him. That's on the screen.
Yeah.
Beat Conor McGregor. Cheers, Chris. Someone's got to look after this. Number 31. It was Rose and Daisy who were Hyacinth's two sisters in Keeping Up Appearances. A point for each on them ones. Number 32. Borrow and beg is a Cockney rhyming slang term for egg. Borrow and beg. Egg, obviously. Sorry, I'm Googling stuff because people are telling us that my answer is wrong. It's not. It's the world's largest island, if you want to go with that. Number 3, the 3 crosses that make up the Union Jack are St. George, St. Andrew and St. Patrick. I'm not listening to you. My answer's right, whether they like or not. So St. George, St. Andrew, St. Patrick. So there's a point for each on that one. Number 34. Shut up, Amanda. Stop agreeing with them. And the annual sport events that attracts the most live spectators is Tour de France. About 15 million, apparently. So don't tell us something else is bigger because it's not. Number 35. The system that is described as a computer-controlled system that prevents brakes from locking up and tyres from skidding during hard braking is ABS. ABS system on the car. Yeah. Number 36 is badminton. That is awarded the Thomas Cup. Who even knows that? Unless you're a massive badminton fan. Number 37, the Gravelly Hill Interchange was opened in 1971. It's better known as Spaghetti Junction. Number 38, a group of friends were deciding how to spend their evening. Obviously 6 of them wanted to go to the quiz. 2 wanted to watch TV. And there was 3 times as many people wanted to watch TV. And there's 5 wanted to go for a meal.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. We'll come back to the Greenland bit in a second once I've googled it a bit more and done a bit of research, but yous are all wrong. So the answer to that is 6. Number 39, 5 people who presented Desert Island Disc. They are Roy Plomley, who was the first, then Michael Parkinson, Sue Lawley, Kirsty Young, and the current one is Lauren Laverne. No Mike Reid. No. There was technically 7 because 2 people have done it when I think Roy Plomley wanted to do Desert Island Disc, but we're not including them. And 40, Kevin Bacon, Tim Burton, Jamie Lee Curtis, Bruce Dickinson, Sharon Stone, and Ice-T were all born in 19... Oh, but he's been nice to them, 62. It's 1958. 1958.
Well, they're about 10 years younger than me as well.
Yeah, well done if you got that. On to music. So it's half point for the artist, half point for the song. So number 1 was Jigsaw with Sky High. Number 2 was Madonna with Take a Bow. Bad Day is an album as well. Number 3 was Daniel Powter with Bad Day. We're not having a bad day. It's been a good day. Number 4 even, is The Verve with Sonnet. Number 5 is George Ezra with Shotgun. You should have all got that. Number 6 was Buddy Holly with True Love Ways. Number 7 was Maroon 5 with What Lovers Do. Oh, Marie got Maroon 5. Number 8 was Bryan Adams with Everything I Do. Do It For You. I just put Everything I Do because it was shorter. But you should have all got that as well. Number 9 is Paul McCartney and Wings with Band on the Run. And 50 was Mel and Kim with Respectable. And Marie was very upset that I put Respectable in the song because she knew that one. That was quiz for this evening. Tot your scores up and put your answers in the comments, and Marie will tot them up and we'll see who's won. While you're all doing that, we'll do Play Your Cards Right. We've got 2, 4, 6 in for Play Your Cards Right this evening. I think we had £47 rolled over from last week, so it goes up to £53 that we're playing for this evening. Just 1 second. There you go. Greenland is the world's largest island located between the Arctic and Atlantic Oceans, east of the Canadian Arctic archipelago. Like the Faroe Islands, it is an autonomous territory within the United Kingdom of Denmark. It's not a country, people. Germany's right.
Island.
For anyone who's not in our family, that means Swiss off. It's a polite way of saying I'm right. Right. I've got my tin. I'm going to be big boy and steal the tin from Let's Who's First Out for Play Your Cards Right. And for someone's message, there's bound to be something where I've done wrong. Oh, John's got 58. Alright, your first one out for Play Your Cards Right. It's Kerry! Oh, Kerry, did you get the furthest last week? You can't have been far off.
She was.
It's, did she? I think she got onto the bottom row at least. Let's go for calls. There we are. It's the same people doing Play Your Cards Right every week. Someone's got to win it. Oh, let's make this bigger. So you can see what's going on.
God, that's the worst score ever.
Your worst score ever. No way.
36.
Hello, you're first up for Play Your Cards Right. Give everyone a wave. Oh, that's really close, that, isn't it? First card's a 3. You can keep it or change it.
I'll keep it and I'll go higher.
Higher than a 3, it's a 2. That's unlucky. You should have changed it. How bad's that on the first card?
Thanks.
You're welcome. Oh, I'm sorry. You see the shuffle him. I did it on camera and everything. I'm not sorry. It's not even you up next. I'm going to kick you off. Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Oh, it's as easy as that. There's no favoritism. Just because your family. Jenny, you're up next. Give us a second till I find you. Jenny, who's not taken Dad's advice this week because Dad told her to change the card last week and he was wrong. So, it's a good card to start as well. Hi Jenny, how you doing? Your camera's off. Jenny's like, no one can see you. It's alright, we don't need to see you. Jenny, your first card's an ace. You can keep it or change it. Oh, there she is. There you go. There you go. You've got an ace. You can keep it or change it.
Keep it.
Are you sure? Because Kerry had a 2 and that didn't go very well for her. I had a 3 even. Higher or lower?
Lower.
Lower than an ace. It's a 2. It's a good start. You've got the furthest so far.
Higher.
Higher than a 2. It's a 9.
Lower.
Lower than a 9. It's an 8. Well done. Lower than an 8, it's a 4. You can keep it or change it.
Higher.
You're going to keep it and go higher.
Yeah.
Higher than a 4, it's a 3. You should have changed it, Jenny. You had the chance. Should take Dad's advice. Sorry, Jenny. Catch you later. Bye. Oh, see, it's all in the change of the cards. Who's up next? Oh, it's Sarah and Ian. Give us a second because I've got to find your number. Right. Let's go. I've programmed the insert. There we go. Nice and easy. Oh, that needs to go there.
It's Becky, let's get quizzical.
Yeah. Hello, you're up for play your cards right. How are you doing? Your first card's a 4, you can keep it or change it. You're going to keep it and go higher. Higher than a 4, it's a 6.
Put it on loudspeaker.
Higher than a 6.
Higher than a 6, it's a 7. Well done.
7.
That's a good idea. That.
Lower than a 7.
Lower than a 7, it's an 8. You should have went higher, even though it's not a good card, man. The cards are harsh tonight. Sorry.
Yeah. Oh, thank
No
you.
worries.
Bye.
Speak to you soon.
Bye.
Bye. Next one out. Oh, it's Mum. Getting a good mix of people having a go anyways. It's all good. Although I think we've got enough to do everybody who's in. Let's go for Mum. Mum might not speak to us after the comments I've done tonight, but we'll wait and see.
Is that all scores in?
I don't know. I haven't had any more scores.
You had a uniform.
Told you she's not speaking to us. She's not answering.
No, she didn't like it.
No. I'll do it for you, Mum, but you'll lose.
She might be at the toilet.
No, here she is. Come on, what are you doing? You're up for play your card right, Mum. Give everyone a wave. You can't look at the telly, you're not on there yet. Your first card's a Jack, you can keep it or change it.
I'll change it.
You're going to change a Jack?
Yes.
Who changes a Jack?
Mum?
Me.
Alright, for another Jack, well done. Higher or lower?
Lower.
Lower than a Jack, it's an 8. Loads of 8s tonight. Lower?
Yeah.
Lower than an 8, it's a 5, well done.
Higher.
Higher than a 5, it's another 5, you're getting out for 2 in the bed, that's unlucky, Mum. I know, don't swear. She's swearing at us. Right, hang on, because it might still be you've only got 2 left, it's either you or Kerry, and it's Kerry. We'll speak to you soon. Bye-bye. Hello. Hang on, I'm just making... Mum didn't win, no. I thought I'd put the same cards back in, but your first card's a Jack. You can keep it and change it.
I'll
Oh,
keep it.
you sure?
I'll go on one.
Gonna keep it and go lower, lower than a Jack. It's a 5.
Woohoo! Yeah.
That's what Mum had.
I'll higher.
Higher than a 5, it's a 9. Well done.
I'll go lower.
Lower than a 9, it's a King. Oh. 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 It's a shame.
Oh dear.
I thought Mum back because she's only one left back in the tin. One day, someone's got to win it at some point.
Just not today.
When we get to Christmas, we'll just play until we win.
Yay.
Yay.
Should be
Right.
pleased with the scores.
Then.
I'll speak to you soon. I've got stuff to do. Bye-bye.
Okay.
Bye-bye. Bye. Right, so last one for play your cards. Right, this is the last go because we haven't got any more people in. Once this is gone, it's gone. It's back to Mum. She better answer quicker this time. Here she is. Mum, you're back. Mum, your first card's at 10. You can keep it or change it.
I'll change it.
Well, you changed the Jack. I didn't expect you not to. For a King, good change.
Lower.
I don't know how many aces you've had, mind. That could be an ace next.
Stop jinxing it.
Lower?
Lower.
Lower than the King, it's a 5. Well done. You love the 5s. The good thing is, you had 2 5s before. Kerry had a 5. And if the next one's a 5, we've fixed the game.
Right. Higher.
Higher than a 5, it's a 7. Well done. You didn't like 5s before. Higher than a 7. It's another 7. You're getting out for 2 in the bed again.
2 in the bed.
They're having sleepovers for
They're having
lockdown.
sleepovers, man. Sorry. They're self-isolating from all the other numbers.
I know. Huh? 2 in the bed. It shouldn't be allowed.
It shouldn't be allowed. Shocking. Right, I'm going to go. We can sign everybody off and see who's won. Speak to you soon. Bye-bye. As I say every week, there's no favouritism. Just because you're family and friends, they pay the pound like everybody else. You get the same abuse as everyone else does. But, okay, this evening, scores aren't as high as last week, but I'm sure we had a few high scores, like a couple of extra points last week. In 4th place, there's only 2 points between 1st and 4th. So, who have we got? We've got Amanda's Barn Pots at 58.5. Peter Mullaney with Worst Link. I know, huh? They had 53. You've got Steve Landstaff. Use a proper, I won't tell everyone your scores, but use a propping everybody up this evening, Steve. But well done. Saying that, I don't know what Marie got.
36.5.
Oh, Marie's put half a point under, so she's beating you. But in 4th place is the Guinea Pigs with 62. Only a point ahead of them is Mum and Andy with 63. Only half a point ahead of them is Kerry and Andy with 63.5. Where'd you get half a point from her? And music round this week, we'll let you off. And in 1st place with a massive 64 is All Stars, only just beating Kerry and Andy by half a point, but well done. You don't get £10 and you don't get a bottle of wine, but if we're in the pub, that's exactly what you'd be getting, but we're not. So, but well done, you get pride of winning the quiz this evening. The money rolls over for the quiz next week, so we've got £53 in the pot. If you want to be in, I posted all the ways to do it on Facebook. I can't think of any other ways to do it, but if you want to be in it, we are getting the same 5 or 6 people every week, which is fine. But if anyone else to take part, you have to pay your £1. So we're at least £53 in the jackpot next week. Not seen Julie this week, but she still is doing Sunday meals in the pub as a takeaway. If you can't be bothered to cook on a Sunday, support her any way you can. We haven't had one yet, but I imagine we will do at some point. But I think that's us for this week, innit? Hope you've had a good week. Stay safe, look after each other, and we'll see you all next week. Thank you very much. Good night.
Night.